Have fun making your stupid fucking show that I'm not a fan of.
Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to Friendly AI. I'm your host Mike Colangelo, and I apologize if I seem a little tired today. It's been a long day, and I was up late last night playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm sure all of you were, most of you were. These two brothers in Toronto, Canada, where I'm from, they were in line Tuesday night to get a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 after midnight, and they're walking home after they got a copy, all excited, and they noticed that there is a house on fire, and in that house was a 70-year-old man. So immediately the two boys, they called 911, and then they actually went to the trouble of breaking down the door and trying to save this guy, but there was too much flames and smoke in the house, so they couldn't even get inside. But thankfully the firemen did show up, and the 70-year-old man was saved, all thanks to these two gamers. And I wanted to share this story with you because you don't hear many positive stories in the media about gamers. It's always the negative stuff. When something bad happens, like a kid shoots his mom, the media just jumps over it and goes cock-a-doodle-doo like a rooster on its head. And right after these events happen, there's always a discussion about violent video games and how they're causing our youth to be violent and to do violent actions. Well, that's a pretty bold statement because, you know, nothing's really been scientifically proven about that. And I could say a bold statement as well. I could say something ridiculous like, you know, the reason why those two brothers saved that old man was because they played violent video games like Grand Theft Auto. It's just as ridiculous as saying that, you know, that boy shot his mother because he played Call of Duty. And it's always like dropped in there at the end of the story, like, yes, he kept to himself, he had some mental issues, and he played some video games. He played video games for hours a day, every day. And I think it's important to, you know, shine light on these stories that, you know, not all gamers are maniacs wanting to taste your blood, basically. We're not vampires or anything like that. It really pisses me off that the journalists are allowed to make these bold conclusions that, you know, violent video games causes violence in our youth. And I have a bold conclusion for those journalists that I would like them to hear. If you believe that violent video games causes violence in our youth, perhaps you should get your head checked, because it's absolutely redonkulous. If you want to know more about these two guys, check out the link below. You can follow me on Twitter or Twatter, whatever you prefer. Thank you very much for your time. You know, and I can say a bold statement as well on the flip side. Yeah, soon. Damn.